Hello, welcome back everybody, and let's have a look at some of these coins, Matic and Bitcoin, and I'm not a financial advisor, so this is definitely not financial advice. So we'll start with Bitcoin. So we broke out of that most recent trend, so we got rid of that pitchfork, and so we went bullish, and I expected that once that pitchfork was broken, we'd find our way eventually up to the top of this descending trend. Now the trend is moving down this big steep line here. Okay, so every day that goes by, we'll be knocking out levels of previous resistance, actually, as this becomes a resistance in itself, driving us eventually into an area of between support and resistance. So yesterday we peaked at this area here, 10,800. Massive big move actually yesterday. We broke from that pitchfork that I've now got rid of, obviously, but it ended at 10,000, and what we were thinking is if it breaks out of that trend, it's likely to go bullish, and I would expect it to go bullish up to the top of this trend before a rejection. We actually got rejected here yesterday. That's 10,800. Now today we started our candle here around 10,600, the bottom of the blue box territory of our resistance here. So that's 10,600 to 10,800. That's where we began, and we've actually sunk right down to this level here, which was that's our purple 50 moving average. That's where we found our support there, and we found an alright bounce so far on that one. So we're playing support and resistance in a smaller range here. So to be honest with you, let's go to a smaller time frame. We'll go to a 4-hourly, and we'll see what's looking what this is looking like at the moment. So nice big huge moves actually. Many green candles until we found rejections, and actually we found our way all the way down here in a 4-hourly. But actually that's this is where on the daily our purple 50 is. That's where we will probably find another bounce actually, considering how much support that gave us on that support area. Really good bounce from there. Now we're sort of trending lower actually, so if we do not bounce on the 10,400 area, we might be looking for a bounce pretty much where we expect to find one on that support of 10,250 area, roughly speaking, or on the 4-hourly it's going to be this white 200 EMA. We've bounced twice from there already on this recent move. So yeah, maybe if this one gets taken out here, 10,400, we'll find a bounce on the 2,000. Sorry, I don't know what's wrong with me. 10,250. We might find a bounce. Now, if this gets taken out, this area, this 10,250, then it wouldn't surprise me if we find our way sinking back down towards 10,000. And if this gets taken out, then our consolidation pattern will continue to play out. Let's go back to the daily and see what sort of time frame we're looking to work on at the moment. Alright, so if we're having a down day today and we fail to bounce again on the on this 10,400 area, if this area here gets taken out, 10,250, then we will probably be sinking down to 10,000, and if we don't find a significant bounce on there, we will continue with this consolidation pattern, and we will probably be hitting that target that we had overall, which are down here at 9,200 to 9,000. But at the moment, I changed into bullish mode temporarily until we hit this descending trend. And even though we've not hit it yet, there's still a chance that we can move up and above and try to make that push there. At the moment, that's going to that resistance is going to be 11,115. That's where it is at the moment. It's also going to find a rejection here, I'd say, at the 11,000 area. Now, if we have big bold moves like this, because we were breaking through resistances like there were nothing on this move here, if we continue with that and we break above this descending trend, then it is a game changer at that point. So if we can break above, we'll just call it 11,200. If we could break above there, have a candle close above there, at least on a 4-hourly, but preferably on a daily, then I would be certainly saying that it's going to be bullish from there. At the moment, it looks like we're going to struggle to do that, but nothing surprises me with Bitcoin. We've got fresh crosses to the up. In fact, let's just have another look at that. Let's measure these out. It's too early to say on the daily actually what that wants to do. Let's have a look on the 4-hourly. 4 hourly looks like it might be coming down again actually, and if this is a steep decline down back beneath our previous resistance of 10,400, if it's a steep decline, then that daily will also, that cross will be very weak, and I would probably say we're looking to make our way down. Very early to say, to be honest with you. I would probably say we're waiting for this 10,400 to be tested again, and if it breaks, then we're at a critical zone of 10,250. If that breaks, then we'll go back into bearish mode again. Anyway, I'll leave that Bitcoin business with you there. Let's have a little look now at Matic. So here we are with the Bitcoin pairing. Actually, we did pretty well yesterday, but a big bounce, but steep rejection, and it makes more sense actually when we look at the Tether pairing actually with the rejection point. So so a little look. So we've got this descending trend on the most recent activity with Matic. So we had rejection here. That's at the 2 cent. That's obviously going to happen because that's a very strong resistance point there. So we had rejection there, and then we've noticed that we are making a downwards trend, and we rejected again from here, 1.72 cent, and yesterday rejected here again. So this again is just like Bitcoin. We've got a descending trend on a bit of a smaller time frame, but with descending trend playing out here. This move over the last few days was pretty aggressive actually. If we can have another one of these and break out of this trend, then yeah, then we can then we start to get excited. We can make our way to this blue box here, starting at 1.6 and ending at 1.8. And then once we've broken above there, then we've got the all-important 2 cent. So it's the same deal with Matic. We are just waiting for this to happen. That doesn't look. It doesn't. I don't know. I mean, it doesn't look great. I mean, we've got lower lows on the RSI. We've got low sort of volume trading here. So not that these things mean a great deal. They're basically the same thing. But the MACD looks like it was going to do a good cross, but then it's weak. And to be honest with you, where we are now, we're in a very small trading range. If we're finding support here on this guy here, just above 2 cent, we'll go to a smaller time frame, see if it makes a little more sense. I mean, it's not exactly clear where we're finding support. It looks like Matic is just winging it, really. We've got a clear resistance level, but no real support, so we're just going to have to go by where we have had recently. So we're going to be saying our next most realistic support, other than these moving averages that we're temporarily finding bounces on now, around about 14 cent. We're back down to our 1.35 cent area of a support area. And obviously if that breaks 1.2 cent, but you know, if we can just from today onwards, if we can make it above 1.5 cent and close above there again, like I say, on a 4 hourly, but preferably on a daily, then things are going to start to look up a bit more for us now, and we've got these other areas of resistances to smash through. So it's probably like Bitcoin, going to have a bit of a down day, and probably find our way coming back down and test these resistances, supports of 1.35 cent and maybe 1.2 cent, and then perhaps maybe lower. It's interesting times really for coins on Binance, because they're going to lose all their US customers in just I think a little over a week now, so maybe a week from today actually. So you might start to see things sort of losing their strength really as their client base declines really. So I'm not expecting great things from Matic yet. There's nothing really to tell me that there should be any more moves. However, there wasn't really anything to tell me about these moves either. Not on this level anyway. Not on this level. This is let's measure that one out. I believe it's probably a 20% move. Yeah, 23% move from top to bottom. So that's big. It's a pretty big move actually. Pretty bold. And nothing on this. Nothing really suggested it would have made a move that big. But it did, so we'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, I expect us to come back down to test to this level, 1.35 cent incoming, and see where we bounce from there. Anyway, thanks for watching, and also I've just recently discovered that I've got 1,000 subscribers, give or take. People come and go with my subscribers for some reason. But yeah, that's a really big achievement for me. In fact, that's way bigger than I ever expected to get. So very happy about that. And so thanks a lot for watching and for subscribing. And have a nice day. Take it easy.